Hey y'all, welcome back to the Project DIY channel. Today's project, we're going to put some grill lights and a light bar on the F150. Let's get started. Alright, so I got a light bar to install. Planning on putting that there in the bottom of the bumper. And then I have these small amber colored lights that I'm going to put in the grill. I'm going to try to put those, 3 of them, one around there, one in the center, and one on that side. So the bottom of the bumper on the F150 has a slot in it. It has these 2 grill pieces. These 2 pieces on either side. These just pop off and this piece pops off. And what you're left with is 2 small pieces of metal here and here, and then 2 here and here. My plan is to bend those tabs up so you can't see them, bend the bottom ones down, and use those bottom ones as mounts for this light. And then you can put this, pop these pieces back in without this other plastic piece here, and you'll have an open spot in the grill. So that'll also allow you to retain, you can keep this piece, and if you ever need to take the light back out, you can put this back in, and these pieces, metal pieces back here, will just be bent down and they'll be bent out of the way. Now on these amber grill lights, they have a place to mount them on each side, ears sticking out, and then the back side has the wires coming out. So my plan is I want them to shine through these holes here in the grill, and back behind it, kind of hard to see, but there's a plastic piece that runs all the way across at the top of the grill. My plan is to drill some holes in that plastic piece and access it from the top behind it here. Take this panel off and mount these lights on that piece of plastic in the back there. That way they'll shine through the grill. So those are the plans anyway. You know how plans go. So that's what we're going to start off doing. We'll see where it goes from there. So here's the metal tabs I was talking about. These 2 bottom ones here I'm going to use to mount, but all 4 of them I'm going to bend them over flat. That'll get the top ones out of the way, and the bottom ones I can use as a mounting point for my light bar. So I was able to bend these tabs over fairly straight. These up here just needed to be out of the way. So that's what we're going to mount the light bar to. So there it is mounted. Went right to plan. Alright, so next I'm going to see about mounting these grill lights. I took this cover off. This gives me access back here to this plastic piece that runs across. It's back here so you can kind of see it. So conveniently enough, in the right spots, I have 1, 2, 3 raised places. This one being in the center. So that's where I'm going to try to mount these, and that way they'll shine through the grill. This one will be sort of blocked by this piece, but no matter. I want it to be in the center, so we'll put it right there. I'm using a step drill to drill these holes, and I really didn't want to be jamming that through the front of my grill. So I took a smaller bit, drilled some smaller holes in there, and then I'm drilling those out from the back side. A little safer. Alright, holes are drilled. See from the back side. Now to get the lights mounted in them. I really didn't like the way the outside lights were mounted. There's a pocket back up in there. I was trying to fit them in that pocket and it just didn't work out right. So I ended up moving those out to the side just a little bit and mounting them further out. The hole that I drilled, I don't think you'll be able to see it once you get the cover over it. There won't be any light shining through there, so you shouldn't be able to see those holes too bad. Here's what we ended up with. 3 lights mounted on that panel back there. Don't really care for the silver screws that I have, so I'll probably go get a little bit of black paint and cover those up so you can't see the screws as well. Alright, it's the next day. Got all the lights mounted. Didn't have time to do the wiring, so we're going to try to finish that up today. I'm going to try to do all the wiring off of this driver's side headlight. This is the wiring harness to the small lights up top, and what I want to do is I want to wire those into the running lights on the truck. And then for the light bar, I'm going to have to put a relay in for that, and I want to trigger that relay off of the bright headlights on this side. So in order to get to the back of this driver's side headlight, I'm going to have to take all the intake and stuff off of it, so we'll get that done. Alright, so I figured out the wires that I need to use for the grill lights. The ground on this plug is black with a yellow stripe, and the parking lights is a gray with the blue stripe. And it appears that there are 2 gray with blue stripe. If you look at the front of the plug with the ground all the way over on the left, it'll be the 4th one over, will be the parking light. So now I need to find the high beam light, because that's the trigger I'm going to use for the light bar. So let's find that. Alright, I found the wire for the high beams by back probing the back of this connector, and the other end is hooked to ground on my meter. The high beams are on. I got 12 volts. When I flip them to low beams, it goes to 0. And the high beams on this connector is the larger gray wire with a brown stripe. Alright, there's the grill lights hooked up and working. They are hooked to the running lights, marker lights, so they only come on when the rest of the marker lights are on the truck. So here you can see my harness. The green wire is going to be the trigger for my light bar. The other wires go to the grill lights. Next, let's get this light bar wired up. I've got a relay. A light bar has to be ran through a relay because the wire from the headlight doesn't carry enough current to operate the relay, so you got to have the light bar hooked directly to the battery and have it through relay, and have that relay triggered by the headlight wire. The relay doesn't pull much current, so there won't be any issue there, and all of the wiring that's going to the light bar to run the light bar will be heavy duty and coming straight from the battery. So let's get that done. So here's what we got. Got a relay hooked up, grounded. And we have a hot wire that goes to the battery. So just got to hook the hot wire up and test it out. Lights. Bright lights. Alright guys, that's going to do it for this one. Thank you for joining me while I wrench on my truck. Hope you learned something from installing these lights. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, hit that bell icon. See you guys.